Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin with efforts of the Nigerian police to rid its rank and file of bandits. The Rivers State Police Command said 3 of its officers who abducted 2 travelers and extorted $3,000 from them will face an orderly room trial and query. The spokesperson of the command, Grace Koko, who disclosed this while parading the suspects, said the action is part of internal disciplinary measures taken against the operatives involved in the unlawful acts. She also said the money amounting to 4.2 million naira has been recovered and handed over to the travelers. Gentlemen, punitive measures taken against this policemen, although unofficially, most of the checkpoints that we have around the country is used as an avenue to extort money from citizens, especially the ones I know here down south.
Unfortunately, you know, every measure government or any government agency takes to make sure that things are normal, we turn it, or some bad eggs turn it into a point of extortion. The 2 ASP and inspector, they are senior officers, I suppose, because at that area, you're already a senior person. So how will you think that such senior persons will accost travelers on the road and begin to extort money from them? It is very unfortunate. And these are not even young men, because I remember some time ago, such an incident happened, but it wasn't such a large amount. My son was driving my car and the police stopped him, and it was that time when the money was scarce. They extorted him and even escorted him to a POS machine. It was when I got there, after they've collected the money from him, it was when I got there and I began to raise dust that he decided, I said, look, what was his offense? All the vehicle papers are complete. He has a driver's license, he has everything. What was his offense? They couldn't tell me. They now said, okay, and one thing was missing. I said, okay, what was missing in this vehicle paper? Please tell me, show it to me. They couldn't show me. But because he was a young boy, and I told them, there was one thing I told them, I said, who among the 2 of you, because there were 2, who among the 2 of you will pray that he will not have a successful son? I mean, he is a university undergraduate. It was not his car. It was my car that he was driving. So, because he's a young boy, and maybe they felt that he was too young to drive a car or what, and he's not underage. So, the police system, exactly, that was what I suspect. The police system, I love this, because what they have done, it is not something extraordinary, you might want to say, but it is something everybody must do to sanitize the system. But every time the police tries to bring out measures to clean the system of all these bad eggs, they keep happening. This one has happened now. I assure you, I'm not being pessimistic. In another 6 or more months, some months to come, you will still see something like this. So why is it that everybody uses his office to fleece another person? You are a policeman. In those days, I remember when you are traveling and you get to a town where you don't know anybody, or maybe you are too late, the next thing is go to a police station. They will house you till the next day. But nowadays, will that happen? It won't. Policemen will get to accident site and begin to search pockets and loads of victims looking for money. How did we fall this way? If a police, the people that you are supposed, in fact, these people, they are supposed to put their life into their hands that, okay, oh, you have so much amount on you. You dare not tell a policeman that you have any valuable on you, especially on the road when it is not. So why is it that this is happening? we may blame the government, we may blame institutions, but we must always blame ourselves. Because that's always the government, in all honesty, or government agencies, in all honesty, have tried to bring processes to make sure that things work in this country. But the same people who make sure these things don't work are the same people who will complain. It is this policeman today. Who will it be tomorrow? So the system must continue to fish out everyone that is a bad egg in its system so that we can get a better country.
You see them on this watch permanently, and commercial drivers that are traveling, you see them on the roads, they would have stopped using 50 naira, 100 naira, so that they use that to sort at any 5 kilometers, 1 kilometer, even within Lagos. Go from this Ojota now, as if you are descending down that Ojota bridge.
Oh, yes.
You see them down that bridge. When you descend that bridge,
when
you see them descend, you see 2 police checkpoints.
Yes.
In cahoots with last one. They are there. This Ojota bridge, they are littered all over the place, and they are extorting people.
And it has come to stay. See, this thing didn't start today. That's very hot. Now, we keep saying this thing over the years, and nothing seems, it's like no solution to this problem. It has been on ground for a long time. I've heard different ideas coming. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Yes.
We're going to sanitize the police system. We're going to transform the
police from
they
the
go,
VIPs.
They go. It's even getting worse by the time they leave in the police force. So what are we going to do? That should be, for me, for me, the issue.
Alausa police station.
How are we going to do this?
Alakbere police station.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Police station.
It's only in this country that when you approach a police station, you are scared.
Exactly.
Because they will tell you.
It should be the other way around.
Should be the other way. You give them your document, they scan it. Some of them don't, I'm sorry to say, but some of them don't actually know what they are looking for. Just to delay you. And they will tell you, you dare not get angry, because you annoy them. And it cannot continue this way. You have your documents complete. A policeman approaches you. He talks to you rudely. Can I have a document? And don't just, once you get angry, they pull you over. Can I see this? And then they go, you know that they are delaying you, but there's something you can do about it. So how do you get around this? First and foremost, I think the recruitment process, we need to look into it. Yeah, we need to look into it because you see some funny people around the police, but and it does not all go well for the country. The training, orientation. What do you train them? What do you tell them when you're training them? Is it a war against the citizens? Because if you recall how this, I think October 2020, the NSAS and all that, they're back in different modes.
Honestly.
These days, there are ways you dress in your car now, and they stop you. You mustn't have dread. You mustn't dress. You must not sag. You must not wear a sandal with the socks in it. There are some. Don't just do it. Once you do it, they pull you over because you're stereotyped already.
You are guilty by appearance.
Once they push you over, and you must.
Especially young boys and girls.
Can you expect somebody of $3,000, please?
3,000.
Move them from Bayelsa.
Across 3 states.
3 states. And you are taught, and you are supposed to be a model. And then the one that hurts most is that, okay, I commend.
Follow you, accompany you to ATM.
Because they've seen the money, they know what they are looking for. Do you know what $3,000 is about 4-something million?
Yes.
But really, I commend.
Let me pick this call. Ujat is calling us from Plateau Jos.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Happy to be here. I must commend the police hierarchy for a very swift action on this unruly corps. To say the fact, the police is one of our uniformed establishments that are very swift in the punishment of their erring officers. But you do it today, they still repeat it tomorrow. You do it today, they repeat it tomorrow. I can bet you that if this was not if this action did not come from some people that know what they are doing, if it had come from maybe the far north or the eastern part of the country or what have you, or in any local government per se, this thing wouldn't even have come to the full knowledge of the public. So the police get to know about 10% or 5% of all these culpable offenses that their officers commit. So I must commend the IG of police for a swift action, but truly, the recruitment process must be looked into, because most of our police personnel, not all, are rogues. Thank you.
Thank you, Ujai, for that submission.
I want to commend the Commissioner of Police in River State, CP Tunji. We know what he did when he was in RRS. We know what he did when he was in IROT, and then he's the CP. If not for him, because this is a rare story, it hardly happens. I won't parade them to the press. If we continue to do it like this, it will send a strong signal to the rest of the team. Like if you do this is what you get. And apart from that, going beyond that, it's not, I don't want to hear tomorrow that you see this officer in another division. Because when they transfer with their vices, they continue it. Honestly. You caught them red-handed. I mean, ordinary room trial for me, it shouldn't suffice.
The SARS group was actually disbanded.
And they are inside. The character is still there.
And they are now building
still there.
A new cell. I mean, so the discipline must be seen to have been done, and they should not allow them to go scot-free just like that. 4.2 million.
Just like that. I think it should just do.
God.
It doesn't make sense.
It's just $3,000. But
I'm telling you, exchange rate.
They've recovered and returned the money to the traveler, but just telling you $3,000 now turning to 4.3 million. That's still like a dream.
That is robbery.
It's like a dream, but
it's like a dream. In my lifetime, $3,000 turned to 4.3.
And this is kidnap. You abducted these people and you drove them around 3 states. No, the IG should be interested in this case.
All right.